Mindchimes, the Brotherhood trap. What is sold to you as Brotherhood is often leverage. Fraternal male bonding, when engineered by insecure men with power on their mind, has a long, dark afterlife. It rarely ends with loyalty. It ends with silence, with complicity, with blackmail, implicit or otherwise. The so-called alpha, a myth stitched together from narcissism, fear, and performance, uses every tool available to conceal his fragility. Charm, ritual, money, even illegality when necessary. His dominance is not natural, it is maintained, and maintenance requires hostages. I'm Carl, and welcome to Mindchimes. The recruitment is always gentle. Lonely, dislocated men are welcomed, affirmed, given purpose. Sports trips, boozy weekends, philanthropy staged just convincingly enough to feel righteous. You are told you belong. You are told you matter. For the first time in a long while, you feel whole. But belonging, when brokered by insecurity, comes with a ledger. As the mask slips, quietly at first, you notice things you're not meant to notice. Cruelty disguised as humor, rules that only apply downward, women reduced to currency, outsiders treated as threats. And then one day you realize they don't just know you, they own you, your presence, your silence, your past consent. This is not new, this is not modern, this is an ancient pathology, patriarchy at its most primal, passed down not through law but through blood memory. It is the same insecurity that has fueled wars, purges, inquisitions, and corporate crimes. Men terrified of their own smallness building systems that demand obedience to hide it. You are told happiness lies just beyond the next initiation, the next retreat, the next closed-door meeting. It never does. No hobby, no shared interest, no promised land delivered by any group will save you from yourself. Salvation cannot be franchised. If you feel alone, understand this. Your loneliness is not a personal failure. It is often the residue of refusing to submit to other men's fear. Do not confuse their certainty for strength. Do not absorb their insecurity as destiny. You get one life. Do not spend it propping up the fragile egos of men who need you small so they can feel large. Male bonding and all the psycho-babble in the world cannot excuse a club welded together through pedophilia. The Epstein model. If this dynamic sounds abstract, history offers a grotesquely literal case study. Jeffrey Epstein did not merely traffic in abuse, he engineered a club, an islanded fraternity disguised as privilege, leisure, and access. Little St. James was not a hideaway, it was a trap architecture, invitation only, reputation curated, power sanitized. Epstein understood something ancient. Compromise is the most efficient form of control. By surrounding elites, politicians, financiers, intelligence-linked figures, royalty, with illicit acts, he transformed camaraderie into captivity. The island functioned as a transactional brotherhood, indulgence in exchange for silence, participation as proof of loyalty, evidence as insurance. This was not improvisation. Epstein cultivated relationships with intelligence agencies, laundered legitimacy through philanthropy, and wrapped predation in the language of networking and mentorship. The charitable fronts, the foundations, the scientific advisory boards all mirrored the same recruitment mechanics seen in lesser male fraternities. You belong here. You are chosen. You are protected. Until you aren't. Once recorded, once witnessed, once known, exit became impossible without consequence. The men who entered believing they were untouchable discovered they were owned, not by ideology, by documentation, by memory, by fear. What makes the Epstein case unbearable is not its uniqueness, but its clarity. It exposed the final form of the Brotherhood trap, a closed male ecosystem where mutual criminality replaces trust, and power is enforced not by law, but by threat of exposure. Epstein did not invent this system, he perfected it. And when such structures collapse, notice who survives. Not the victims, not the lower-tier participants. The architects vanish into procedural fog, sealed files, and institutional amnesia. That, too, is part of the design. If you want to understand how fraternal loyalty curdles into coercion, stop imagining locker rooms and start imagining islands. The scale changes, the mechanism does not. Thanks for reading, listening, or viewing, and be sure to subscribe and share the truth to your friends.